Christmas CEO is everything I hoped it would be. It's a beautiful blend of corporate and homely Christmas, and I absolutely loved it. This is a Hallmark film that was released last year, 2021. This is directed by Jonathan Wright and written by Anna Wright, and it stars Marisol Nichols as Christmas, more commonly known in the film as Chris. And I have to say that is definitely a very Hallmark Christmas film name. And she's a really likable protagonist, and that's something that I find can be hit or miss with Hallmark films, particularly Christmas films. If the protagonist is a bit annoying, it can kind of dampen an otherwise enjoyable film. But I found that Chris was actually really likable, and we also have Paul Greene playing Joe Sullivan and Veronica Marin-Estrada playing Emma. And I just want to say before I forget, Emma sings an original song in this, and I absolutely love it. I thought the song was beautiful. The main narrative, though, is about a toy company, CJ's Toys, owned by Chris, previously owned by Chris and Joe. Well, Joe technically still owns part of it, but he no longer works there. Chris has a chance to make the company grow as she merges with another toy company. But in order to do that, she has to get the signature of Joe. Joe has to sign off certain rights as well and agree to the merger. And she has to visit Joe for the first time in a very long time, and obviously she's feeling very nervous about this. It's going to be potentially awkward. But in true Hallmark style, they meet and old flames begin to spark again. Will they ever realise they're meant to be together? I'm not going to say what happens. I do think it's quite a predictable film, but that's kind of expected with Hallmark, and I think that's one of the cozy, comforting things about Hallmark Christmas films, is that you get what you expect. There are no nasty surprises. I know sometimes twists and unexpected endings can be fun and delightful, but when it comes to this kind of warm, cozy, fuzzy film, the expected is safe and friendly, and it works very well. It is full of Christmas, which sounds obvious, but there are some Hallmark Christmas films that are maybe not as festive as they could be. But this is full of Christmas decorations, not as much Christmas music as I would have expected, and not as much gift wrapping, or indeed hot beverages, as we get in the average Hallmark Christmas film. But there are, well, I was going to say there are a lot of toys. There is the concept of a lot of toys, but we don't actually see that many toys up close, which is surprising. But there is this constant vibe of being around toys, talking about toys, thinking about toys. It definitely kind of has this childlike quality that is a lot of fun, lends itself very well to this festive narrative. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it worked very well. All of the characters were likable. I found them to be very easy to get on with. The development of the narrative was very well paced. With regards to the outcome, I'd say that it was what I expected from. I'm not going to say what it is. I don't want to ruin it, but for me personally, it's what I expected, and I don't think that's the best way to end this film. But it wasn't so against what I was wishing for that it ruined my enjoyment or anything. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. As I said, it does the corporate side very well. It feels fresh and modern and crisp. And then you have the more homely, heartfelt side, and it blends the two together very well. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. If you haven't seen Christmas CEO and you're a fan of Hallmark Christmas films, absolutely it's one that I recommend.